Hi, I'm Greg with Precision Replacement Parts. Today we'll be showing you how to install our WBL D1084T, which is the windshield seal for a 1966-1977 Ford Bronco. We'll be showing you how to do that on this 1967 first generation Ford Bronco. Let's get started. We're going to start the removal process of our windshield to replace the windshield seal. Remove that wiper arms by pressing down on this side. This is a spring-loaded arm, and I'm going to be prying up on this side. This says, is a splined hub underneath here. I've got it marked accordingly. Just grab the edge of that. This is your splined hub. Do the same for the other one. We've moved to the inside of the vehicle now. We're going to cut away this interior lip of the seal to remove the glass. And we're just cutting along the inside. I'm going to do this on the top three sides, then we'll be able to push it out and lift it up. We've attached our glass handlers to the glass with that interior lip removed. Just pull out slowly on the windshield. Go ahead and put some foaming glass cleaner on here. It takes the adhesiveness of this material away so I can remove it off the body. Come behind that with adhesive cleaner. We'll do this around the perimeter of the windshield and get ready for the reinstall. We're going to start the reinstall by installing our gasket onto the glass. There isn't necessarily an inside and outside. It is a flat piece of glass. There is no logos on this glass, but that's going to be preference of your glass if it has a logo or not. There is, however, a distinction of top and bottom, top being narrower, bottom being wider, and the gasket is corresponding. So we've got our gasket set up like we need it. We'll go ahead and install it onto the glass. I'm going to try to work my corners on first. And then install the linear lengths. Best way to install these gaskets onto the glass is to open them up, and you grab the lower lip of that edge of the glass and then roll it up over the opposite edge. Okay, it looks like the gasket is all set on the glass. One thing I want to do is turn it over, and of course this will be the outside. Make sure that it's fully engaged. But one thing I want to look for is these corners, because sometimes what can happen is they'll get slightly off of the exact point of the corner. You can see this one's sitting fairly decent. This one I have it turned a little bit this way, so I'm going to bring this top portion back and bring this side down. That does, it squares this gasket with the edge of the glass. And once installed, it'll look better. Next step is to insert our rope into the gasket. Now this is actually the pinch weld groove where the metal pinch weld will go. All right, when I get to this section where I started the rope in the gasket, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go past that section, bring it out. This way it's doubled up. So when I start the install, it'll pull this whole section up and over the pinch weld. Now what we'll be doing is applying our non-hardening sealant. And this goes in the area between the pinch weld and the gasket. This is the same material that we cleaned off earlier after the removal of the windshield out of the vehicle. We're putting it right on those fins. That's our sealing surface. All right, we're ready to install the glass into the truck. I'm going to take my foaming glass cleaner. I'm going to spray on the pinch weld. I'm also going to spray that gasket, the lip that comes over the body. This will allow that easier install. Now we're not trying to install this into the truck, we're just setting it in the opening. Okay, now we'll move to the inside and rope it in. From side to side, it looks fairly centered, and I'm just using the edge of the pinch weld and the gasket material for a gauge. Pull this off the windshield. Now, because we crossed those ropes over, if I pull this up, it should bring up both sections, just like that. Now, because we've used our glass cleaner, it's allowing that lip to come over the pinch weld nice and easy. That glass cleaner will dry, and then it'll just allow that sealant to lay against the body. Now, I'm as you can see, I'm kind of just pulling straight up right along the glass. I'm not pulling out away from the windshield. It gives more resistance. Just pulling straight up right along the glass. Now, because I'm coming to a square corner, what I want to do is I want to kind of rotate this rope in circles to help that square corner come in over that metal edge. If you just start pulling on it, it may rip that gasket. Now I'm going to run up the side here. This gasket is coming in really nice over that edge of the pinch weld. Again, I'm going to get to the top. Just run circles. Brings that corner in. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm giving a little tap on the outside, and I'm going flat-handed. Setting that gasket into the body. I'm going to do the same on this passenger side. I'm going to go to the outside. Again, I'm going to tap this in along the bottom. It's got it seated over here, so I'm going to start there. Move across. Now my rope is pulled over to about here, so I'm just going to work that area. Working those circles again brings it over the sharp corner of that gasket. Now, as long as it's lipping over the edge of the pinch weld, keep going. You're not getting that rollover, you may have to go to the outside to see if there's something that's not allowing that to come in. Bring over the middle. Get both these ropes to the middle of this long length. I'm going to go to the outside and you'll see that fold in. Now this gasket came in really nice. If you have some area that would hold up on you, you could grab this plastic tool and just run it in between the gasket and the glass to bring it in. Help fully seat that gasket around that body. It looks good in here. Let's go outside to take a look. All right, we've checked the outside. Our corners look good. Everything looks like it's seated into the vehicle. We sealed between the gasket and the body. Now we're going to put a windshield type sealant, which does harden between the glass and the gasket. Now, if you're putting enough urethane in there and you get some ooze out, that's fine. We'll clean that up. We had a little bit of the non-hardening come out onto the body. We'll show you how that cleans up altogether. Just using that tool to open up the gasket so I can get this nozzle down inside. All right, so we've sealed on the outside, the inside. As far as the urethane on the windshield, what we'll do is we'll take some glass cleaner again, right along the edge of the glass. With the razor blade, we'll just cut that edge, taking the urethane off. Works a little bit better when it's still fresh and it hasn't hardened. Remove the excess, clean the glass. We'll do this around the rest of the windshield. We've got everything cleaned up as far as the windshield install goes. The last part is to reinstall our wiper arms. So again, with the splined hub and the spring-loaded arm, I'm going to line up my marks that I placed, and I'm going to start it on this edge of that splined hub. I'm going to roll it forward, align those splines, and push it down in place. And you're done.